And now they're ready for their Baylor Bears to go to work here inside McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Bears offense is on the field for the first time today. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And this defense has forced a couple of incompletions and now with a chance to get off the field on 3rd and 10. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Buys a little extra time. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag goes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go.
Sacks to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And this crowd is up for grabs, and not much excites them like back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Marshall will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
He'll try the left side. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he got loose. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide.
Going for 6. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll try it on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Bears are marching down the field. They'll try to run it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it! Oh, and the defense shoves him out of bounds at the 2. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
And, man, that stings. If you're a defense, you get all the way to a 4th down situation and held him so many times, and, man, they punch it in late, especially with the physicality. I hate when I get beat with physicality. They pounded them, ran the football with all the big guys in the game.
3 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. It'll be a draw. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Wilcox. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll ride his man on the option. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The back goes in motion. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Marshall, quick to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing it.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything, and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And they got him for the sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go!
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Here's the return. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Now the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Marshall will be forced to punt. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything there.
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to pass. It's Samuel. He wants to go deep. He makes a grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bears!
When these offenses get in a rhythm. They're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. This time they'll go to the running game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He'll field the punt and look for room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And the Bears will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Back to pass. It's sat down at the 42.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! And the stomping has commenced. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Try to barge their way in. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, they decided to try to run it in on that two-point play. He got 2 yards, but he needed one more. They fall short.
You be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They
intercepted.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
The give from the gun. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Feeling some heat. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. How good has this offense been on 4th down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to go for it again. Tackle is made after the first down.
Yeah, you know, guys, the defense just hasn't had an answer. Every time a big 4th down comes up, they just can't seem to get off the field. That last time, it was a running play, and they just couldn't bring him down.
Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Samuel. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
On the ready.
Line is set on 3rd down.
Lasso.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Keeps looking downfield. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. And the ball squirted out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one, and he wasn't able to do that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive.
Pound 55 weak.
Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hatchett. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Fires into the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown Bears! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, he missed it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boston College is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 21 to Arizona State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him?
And a return like that really is an impact-type play, but it's also a momentum shifter. This gives the offense so much more confidence now getting to start this next drive deep in their opponent's territory.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Caught on the outside, it's Hatchett. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this. Don't take a big shot.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Marshall will be forced to punt. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game.
The expressway is wide open down.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Coming after it, moving away from pressure. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
The Bears will keep this drive going.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.